to create VPC, a subnet, and then an EC2 machine and a security group as well. And then we're gonna use these variables and outputs as well. So let's jump in. We need to create main.tf file, and then if you look for AWS VPC Terraform, you can jump into this document, because station readability is very important, because you just don't need to memorize anything, just need to know the syntax and then how to read documents. That's enough for you. Let's get this one, sample one, and just paste it. I'm not going to change the resource name, so we can keep as is. And then this should be variable. So for that one, I'm going to create variables.tf file. It must be variables.tf file to succeed this task. So it's variables.tf file, and then the syntax variable and then variable name. So in this case, we're going to use this variable for VPC CIDR and close it. I'm going to give default value. So this value is going to be this one, and then another variable, the variable name is KK subnet CIDR. So let's put this, and then default value is going to be this one for the subnet. So those variables look good now. Now jump into main.tf, and then we need to refer it. So the syntax var, that's a variable, dot, and the variable name. So that's a variable name is KK VPC CIDR, right? KK VPC CIDR, and then this VPC name should be Xfusion VPC. So I'm just gonna put this in tags. So we don't need this part, and then we need to create a subnet. So let's look for subnet, AWS subnet Terraform, and then jump into this one. Just get the sample subnet one. So I'm gonna change the resource name. I'm gonna call it subnet 1. That looks fine. And then the VPC ID. So we are going to create an above VPC. So that's AWS underscore VPC and dot the resource name main dot ID. So it's gonna fetch attribute ID. And then side block, we need to refer to variable. It's where that KKE subnet CIDR. That's done, and the subnet name is Xfusion prev subnet. Just replace it. Okay, that looks fine now, and then VPC ID, we're done with that. And then we need to enable. It says that auto assign IP option must not be enabled. So by default it's disabled, but just in order to make sure, I'm gonna put that as well. If you scroll down, you can see map public IP on launch. So just get this part. I'm just gonna copy it, and it says specify true to indicate that instance launched into the subnet should be assigned public IP. By default is false, but we don't need to specify actually, but just to make sure. So false, it accepts only true or false. So that looks fine. Maybe I can put this here. It doesn't matter, you can put it here as well, but just to be consistent, to get some consistency, I'm gonna put it here. That looks fine. And then we need to create an EC2 machine. So that before that, I'm gonna define a security group. So look for AWS security group Terraform, and then click on that and get this sample one and paste it. And then I'm gonna change it to KKSZ. You can name it anything because they didn't specify anything. It's KKE-SC. Sorry about the dog. It's a neighbor's dog. Whenever I try to create videos, it shouts, barks. Ignore it. Okay, now create some description. Just write some description. Allow only from VPC. And then VPC ID AWS underscore VPC. That's the resource type, and the main is the resource name, and it's gonna fetch ID. That looks fine. Maybe I'm gonna tag it as well, KKSZ. KKSZ. That looks fine. And then we need to create some ingress rules. So if you go to here, if you scroll down, you can see egress. That's for outbound traffic. So get this one and then paste it. Just gonna paste again. So this one I'm gonna leave as is for the. I'm gonna change this one to ingress. Egress means outbound traffic. Ingress means inbound traffic. So we're gonna allow port 00. You know, to specify the port as -1 for all protocols. And then CIDR block, we can define this as var dot kk VPC CIDR. We don't need this IPv6 one. That looks fine now. Now in this one we don't need a IPv6 because that's outbound traffic. So that looks good. Okay, now let's create an EC2 instance now. So if you look in that AWS EC2 Terraform, get into it and then get this one, sample one, and then here we can use data as well, but I'm gonna go with the default value. So for that, what I'm gonna do, log into AWS. So this one is gonna be created in US East 1 region, right? I think somewhere they mention. Maybe you can check in provider block. So it says in US East 1. So if you want to get an AMI ID, so you must be in that region only because AMI IDs are region specific. So click on launch because they didn't specify anything, so we can choose whichever we want. So I'm gonna go with Amazon Linux with this ID. You can use this ID as well because this is in US East 1. So that's in the main.tf. We can place that one, and then it should be T2 micro, and instance name should be xfusion EC2. Just put that and save it. I'm sorry, my bad, this is T2 micro. We need to update in tags. Okay, that looks good. Now we need to tell this EC2 to use above subnet and security group. So you can say subnet underscore ID, and then you can refer it AWS underscore subnet dot, our resource name is subnet -1, and then dot ID. So if you have a doubt, just scroll down which argument is it's expecting. This is easy to write, so probably you can type subnet underscore ID, so you can give like this, you can check it. So that looks good. Now we need to assign security group, so that's a VPC security groups. You can type the VPC security group ID. I think group IDs, yeah, it's a VPC underscore security group IDs. Then you can use that part and then refer it to AWS security group dot we define KKE-SC, right? Yeah, that's a KKE-SC dot ID. So that looks good. Now we're done with this part, and we need to Let's enable on VPC auto assign DNS names as well. So this one VPC black, if you scroll down, this is a VPC, right? On AWS VPC, if you scroll down, you can see something DNS support. Yeah, you can, it's an optional. So let's do true, and then DNS host names as well, and then true. So that looks good, and we need to create outputs black. So this one outputs.tf, and then the syntax is output and output variable name, and we're gonna give value. So output variable name is KKE VPC name. So in this input we didn't give any names here, but we use the tags. So I'm just gonna fetch this tag. So how you gonna do? Just type value AWS underscore VPC, that's a resource type, and the resource name main, and then out of it I'm getting tags. In tags I'm fetching name. So be specific with the case. These are case sensitive. So that's gonna fetch it, and then another variable, another output variable output, and then variable name is KKE subnet name, and then value is going to be AWS subnet dot subnet1, and then tags, and then name. We need one more output variable, that's KKE EC2 private name, value AWS instance dot, I think that's named example dot tags, and get name. Okay, that looks good now. Let's run Terraform init to initiate. And I'm going to show you one more thing. If you give it a space, if you want to have a consistency, then you can run the command Terraform fmt. So look at this line, automatically gonna adjust the space. Now you can see. So you can use that Terraform fmt. That's not mandatory, but you could have consistency with the spacing and everything. So that looks good now. Now run the command Terraform apply. Okay, incorrect attribute value kki-sc.id. Okay, it's expecting set of strings. Okay, then strings for this one, what I'm going to do, because we can have one EC2 instance can have multiple circuit groups, so just give it a list. Now press yes. It's gonna create EC2 and everything, but in order. So before creating this EC2 instance example, it's gonna create circuit group because there is some dependency here. So you can check the order as well. It's creating VPC and then subnet, because subnet requires VPC first, so that's why it's creating VPC first, and then subnet, and then you can see security groups and EC2 instance at the end. So this has been done. So you just try to run Terraform planner apply one more time, because we need to make sure that it doesn't change anything. So you should see no changes, otherwise this task is going to fail. Okay, it says no changes. So we did these values and everything looks good. Now click on check. It's been successful. Thank you so much for watching.